Before that, you were like, but he was younger here. Shut up. I'm not trying to hear that. That's biased.
What's good, YouTube? One person minute we got. LeBron fan reacts to 10 reasons why MJ is the GOAT. So today we got Legacy TV again. This is LeBron fan that became a Jordan fan after seeing a couple videos. Really, the defensive mixtape was what completely changed his mind on the GOAT debate. So let's see what he says in this video. Let's get right into it. And also, let's get this video to 200 likes in 24 hours. And make sure to subscribe if you like content like this.
And for the last video today, I'm going to be watching the 10 reasons why Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You already know how I'm rocking. The last video I was reacting to was 35 minutes. This one's 18. Let's just go ahead and get into this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
What
and
up?
today we're going to be talking about the greatest basketball player of all time. That is Michael
Allegedly.
Jeffrey Jordan. And I'm going to be giving you guys 10
this is before it switched
reasons why Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time.
It better be good, too.
Now,
Don't give me
before
no
I dive
whack
in, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel.
I'm not subscribing until you say something I like.
Because that'll help me out tremendously.
So y'all go subscribe.
Also, if you find this video very informative, send it to other people who think
saying
Jordan
too
is
much.
the GOAT or doesn't think he's the GOAT. I think this video will change
I'm already a little
minds
on
and
edge.
even reassure
Hey, LeBron fan, you're being a little too anxious.
things you already believe. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So first up at number 10 of why I think MJ is the GOAT, because he is the greatest scorer in NBA history.
If you watch my
When
last
it comes
video
to
I just
scoring,
reacted
Jordan
to
is first in regular season points per game.
at the end.
Alright. The GOAT scored 30.1, 33.4, 33.6. 8 seasons with 30 points, 12 playoff runs.
He's
End of it,
first
I
in playoff
said
points per
that. I
game.
said he's the greatest scorer I've ever seen.
Finals
So.
points per game. He has the most
So far, they're
seasons
1 for
averaging
1.
over 30 points per game, and he also has the most playoff runs, averaging over 30 points per game. And when it comes to the playoffs, Jordan is also impressive, having the most 50-point games as well as the most 40-point playoff games. He has the most consecutive 10-point games in
Eight
history.
playoff games of 50 plus, 38 with 40 plus. God damn.
He also never scored under 15 points in a playoff game, and he has
Never
more
scored under
50-point
15?
playoff games than he has sub 20-point playoff games. Another
Those are
impressive
some
scoring feat. Games. He also never scored under 15 points in a playoff game, and he has
Never
more
scored under
50-point
15?
playoff games than he has sub 20-point playoff games. Another
More 50-point playoff games in sub 20. What? Huh? What? Did I hear that correctly? There's no way.
Damn.
He also never scored under 15 points in a playoff game, and he has
Never
more
scored under
50-point
15?
playoff games than he has sub 20-point playoff games. Another
Those are
impressive
some-
scoring feat.
Those are some
Also
fire
on NBA
stats, but that
resume,
said
he's
never
a
and not
10-time
never.
scoring
I'm
champion,
just letting you
the
know.
most ever. He won 7 consecutive
10
scoring
time
titles,
scoring
also
champion.
the most ever.
Did he score 50? Let me know, because like they were both talking at the same time right there. So I couldn't really decipher it, bro. Please let me know if he has more 50-point playoff game. I'm going to have to search it up to myself. Hold on. I'm not going to lie. Now that I looked it up, it doesn't seem too crazy to me. Just because I'm like, bro, this is Jordan. Of course he's going to do something like that. Like, it doesn't even seem too crazy to me.
And he led the playoffs in scoring 10 different times. Again,
10
the most
times
ever,
scoring
with 6 of
champion.
those years being consecutive.
That's a big.
Again,
That's
the
a big
most
standout.
ever.
Yeah.
And Jordan in his career averaged over 40 points per game in a playoff series 5 different times. And he's responsible
Averaging
for 5
40?
to 7 highest scoring playoff series in NBA history. And when it comes to the NBA Finals, he has the highest points per game average for a final series at 41 points per game. And the cherry on top,
Hey,
he also has the
at
highest
the end of the
playoff
day,
game
though,
in NBA history.
you can do all this
at
if you're a ball hog.
63 points.
I'm
So
just
that is
adding
why
that.
I think
I'm just
Jordan
adding
is
that.
the greatest scorer of all time. Now,
Yo, it's so funny. Cause that's probably the biggest knock on Jordan I be hearing is that he's a ball hog. Like, that's probably the biggest knock. But like, they don't even understand. Like, we're not even getting to the point about him not even having the ball like that. We're gonna talk about how a lot of his points come off of defense. So it's not like he's ball hogging. He's also creating a lot of buckets easy for himself.
in addition to being a great scorer, Jordan was also dominant on the defensive end, and that is reason number 9.
I heard he was good
dominant
defensively.
on both ends of the court, offense and
That's
defense,
nasty.
making 9 all-defensive first teams, the
9
most
of
ever
them?
in NBA history. He was an MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year in the same season, and he was the first player to ever accomplish that feat. He was also the first player to ever have 200 steals and 100 blocks in a single season, and he is still the
In
only
one
player in NBA history
season?
with multiple 200 steal, 100 block seasons. In addition to that,
What?
he led the NBA in steals 2 times.
This is the
and he's
GOAT.
Also, he was
second most
hell of a
blocks in NBA
defensive
history
player.
for a shooting guard. And in his prime, he could guard 1 through 4 fairly effectively. He couldn't guard 5s, but 1 through 4, he could definitely hold those guys.
He could
And at his
guard all of
absolute
them.
peak,
Just letting
he
you
was
know.
explosive,
Good
had
cap.
great quickness, and he was a dynamic defender. And later on in his career, he was a much smarter defender, had a much higher basketball IQ, and a deep.
It seems like what got Legacy TV over was the defense. I feel like he expected the scoring, but the defense is what got him right. It was the same for me too. It was really me seeing the defensive side too of it really completely sealed the deal for me too as well. Cause like when you see somebody the best scorer and then turn around and play defense, that's like the perfect player for real.
Defensive IQ, he was more measured, he didn't gamble, but still he was a great team defender as well as a great individual
Like Jordan
defender.
Roll,
And that separates Jordan.
the way Jordan play, you don't gotta worry about him at all. Like as a coach, you don't have to worry about Jordan. He gonna do his role on both sides. That's why he's like perfect.
Much higher basketball IQ and a defensive IQ. He was more measured, he didn't gamble, but still he was a great team defender as well as a great individual defender. And that separates Jordan from all the other great players in NBA history. Now, something else that separates Jordan from virtually every other player in NBA history is that he never folded in the finals. And that is reason number 8. If you go through NBA history and look at the top 10 players of all time, all those guys had a down moment in the finals. Tim Duncan in 2013 had the horrible missed layup. Magic in 84.
Don't say nothing
he
about
choked
LeBron.
numerous times at the free throw line,
Or
as well
2011.
as driven the clock out. Bird in 81 did not play up to his great standards. LeBron in 2011 absolutely choked. Kobe in 04 shot his team out of the series. And Kareem in 84 looked old, and he looked washed on the
There's some
biggest
things we
stage.
didn't have to
For
talk
Jordan,
about.
you simply cannot look to any moment in the finals where he didn't show up for his team in 91
But he
through
did
98,
get bounced out in
being
the first
six-time
round a couple
champion
times and
winning
only
all
had
6 of those times. Now, something else very impressive at reason number 7 is that Jordan is the best playoff performer in NBA history.
I don't think a lot of LeBron fans know about how LeBron did in the playoffs when he was on the Cavs team. About like how he choked and he could have played against Kobe. Because I don't think they understand the magnitude of that type of game. And in that biggest stage, you all know who coming on top, bro. Kobe would have slayed that dragon for sure. Kobe is going to... It would have been too crazy for the basketball world because these talks, even like people calling LeBron a GOAT, wouldn't even be a thing if he met Kobe in the finals. Not have been a thing.
When it
trying to
comes
hear
to
that.
playoffs, he's the
I
all-time
ain't trying
leading
to hear
points per
that.
game scorer.
Nope.
He has the most points
Invalid.
ever in a playoff run. He has the most 30-point games in a playoff run. He has the most 40-point games in
Because
a
if we're talking
final
about
series.
just
He has
playoffs,
the most playoff runs.
he's been
averaging
kicked
over
out of the
30 points
playoffs
game.
a lot of
He has the
times.
most series averaging 40
talking
plus
about
points per
finals.
game. He has the highest scoring average in the finals, as well as the highest scoring average for a final series. He was only outscored in one playoff series ever.
I
That was
just
his
be
first ever series, and he only averaged less than 30 points per game one time in his career for a playoff run, and that was also his rookie year, where he averaged 29 a game. Also, some
Averaged
great
29
evidence
his
of why
rookie
Jordan is the
season.
greatest playoff performer of all time. He has the most 50 and 40-point playoff games.
Didn't we just
He has the
read
most
that?
consecutive
Don't
10-point
don't
playoff
you
games
be
in
doubling
history
up on
at
stats to make stuff
1,072.
look
And for
extra
keeping
good?
count, Jordan in his career only
Still
played
impressive, though. 38
1,072
playoff
games.
games.
So yes, he never scored under 10 points in a playoff game. And I think when you
Wasn't
talk
that
about Jordan
15
in
the
the
first
playoffs,
time?
he was always an unstoppable
I
force,
swear
a
it said
great
under
scorer,
15
a great
the first time.
all-around player on defense, passing, rebounding. He could do it all
Bah.
for the team. And the only way you could stop Jordan is you played like the Pistons or like the Knicks, and you had 4 guys focusing on him at all times. If you didn't have a great team defense and a great team chemistry, you weren't even going to compete with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So all those reasons are why I would say that Jordan is the greatest player performer of all time. Now at reason number 6, we have the fact that Jordan
LeBron
dominated
went to
his era.
8
From
straight
91 to
playoffs.
98, Jordan won 4
I mean,
MVPs,
finals,
6
that's
championships, 6 finals MVPs,
And lost
a
more than half.
6-time scoring champion. He made first team All-NBA and first team All-Defense 6 times.
Impressive.
And his team during that stretch was absolutely dominant. They won 60 plus games all but 1 year. And 2 of those years, they won 72 games and 69 games. And
Had
during
some
that
pretty good
whole
players
stretch,
on his team,
91-98, when the Bulls had Jordan playing,
Bruh, I feel like LeBron fans have like, so when it comes to the facts for LeBron being a GOAT, they have nothing to say. But when it comes to the negatives about Jordan, they all say the same exact things. It's always those few things about, oh, Jordan was a ball hog. Jordan had a better team. Bruh, Jordan missed the fine or missed the playoffs, lost in the playoffs, bro. You was acting like Jordan had more health than LeBron. How did LeBron even? I'm out here watching the NBA right the other day, and I'm seeing LeBron is playing, and I'm like, I already knew he's with Luca, but I'm thinking to myself, this man really found a way to get Luca. Like how many? Like you could go in 2K and it's like LeBron's on every team. If like, bro, I'm telling you, LeBron has played with so many good players. It's crazy, and then they try to bring up help for Jordan. Like LeBron has literally handpicked his teams.
They never lost 3
Please
games
don't kill me for that in the comments, bro. I'm not trying to hear about how LeBron had D Wade and Chris Bosh. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Bro, he not only had D Wade, Chris Bosh, bro, he also had Anthony Davis recently, Luka Doncic recently, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. Like he's just picking up all stars, bro, whenever he wants it. He even found a way to get Dwayne Wade again in IT after his breakout season where he got hurt. And Derrick Rose, like. Bron plays with, like, it's like everybody Bron competed against at one point in his prime, he got him on his team. I don't know how he found a way to do that.
At all.
Playing his Eastern Conference was one of the toughest conferences in NBA history.
Had a depleting D-Wade
Knicks, Larry Johnson's Hornets, Mark Price and Brad Daugherty's Cavs, you had Shaq and Penny on the Magic, Tim Hardaway and
I'm tired, bro. Don't listen to me.
You had Mutombo's Hawks and Reggie Miller's Pacers. Some all-time great teams that Jordan prevented from winning championships. And if you want to know how dominant Jordan was with his team during that stretch, they were 19-1 versus the East, 6-0 versus the West, 25-1 versus the NBA. They beat 10 50-win teams and 7 60-win teams. The NBA at this time had absolutely no chance with Michael Jordan on the Chicago Bulls. And if you still doubt how good Jordan's competition was that he dominated, I want you to look at this. Out of the toughest playoff runs in NBA history, ranked by opponents' win percentage, Jordan's Bulls have 3 out of the top 10 toughest playoff runs in NBA history: the 97 Bulls, the 98 Bulls, and the 93 Bulls.
That's valid. That's very valid right there.
The only other team that has 3 runs in the top 10 is Kobe's Lakers. So that right there goes to show you that Jordan had some tough competition, and he still dominated that great competition.
Or maybe it was just because these were the top teams, and top teams played other top teams, right? So like Kobe's team and Jordan's team, people always bring up how good Jordan's team is or how good Kobe's team is, but to hear that both of them played against 3 of the hardest teams, or they both got three teams in there that's in the top 10 hardest, that kind of adds to it to me too, because like, yes, Bulls and yes, Lakers were good dynasties, good teams, but they also played other really good teams too. So I like that.
Yeah.
So
like, it's not like it was just like a lot of people try to make it like it's lopsided. They try to discredit like Jordan or Kobe by saying that their finals appearances were lopsided. Blah blah blah. A lot of LeBron fans try that too, but it's really just not true.
That is reason number 6 of why Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Now, at reason number 5, we have the fact that he never created a super team.
Bro,
and like
stop
I said, Jordan
it.
was playing in the Eastern Conference. And
stop it. He left the Bulls and they were still over 500, bro. Come on. The Bulls without him aren't a super team.
Why is it... Why is we discrediting Jordan for staying down with that Bulls team and carrying that organization, bro? Like, the Bulls were like... The organization was really nothing until Jordan came. Like, nobody was buying Bulls tickets. Nobody was caring about the Bulls until Jordan came. So why are we discrediting him, the person that put the Bulls on the map? Maybe Jordan came and changed the culture of the Bulls. You don't know that. And then you're going to just discredit him because he ended up staying with them and they end up getting a better team. That's not fair, bro. Is he supposed to bounce around and pick a team? I mean, it's not his fault that he stayed down until his team learned what to do. Like, because when he came in, you heard he came in averaging 29. He came in third in the MVP voting, too. Like, come on, bro.
The Bulls
He did
with
not
him
leave
are a super
Chicago
team.
and go form another dominant super
Get
team.
out of here.
This
He
the
stayed
GOAT,
with
bruh.
the Bulls, and he stuck with the process, and he ended up winning 6 championships because of that. Other modern superstars like LeBron, KD, Kawhi, they have left their
Let
teams
business.
numerous times to go form other teams with other All-Stars. Jordan simply did not do that. He stuck with his team and his one All-Star teammate. That
Don't
being
get me wrong.
Scottie
What he's saying is
Pippen.
a fact.
And that
It's
kind
just
of segues from
I'm
the
tired of
point
hearing it.
that Jordan never played on a super team, and I'm going to say that twice. Jordan never played on a super team.
Bro, neither
He
did
played on a
LeBron.
really
And
good
don't
team
say the
that made some
D-Wade
good
team with
draft
a...
picks.
Yo, he don't even believe this because he said it and then gave us an automatic rebuttal for it. Like, no, bro. No. But if LeBron would have did what Jordan did, like he stayed with the Cavs from the beginning and would have carried while he was there at the younger ages, younger stages, and then stayed and then won as many as Jordan did, they'll be glazing LeBron way more. Like, let's say, like if LeBron had Jordan's resume, the LeBron fans would be glazing way harder, and they act like they wouldn't be, but they know it's true.
Fucking super team. Sorry, excuse my language.
But
Don't
those
say that
Bulls
was a
teams
super
were
team.
not a super team. The first three-peat Bulls were a team that was built around Jordan, the young Scottie Pippen, who was entering his prime. The role players they had were decent role players. They had guys like B.J. Armstrong, John Paxson, Bill Cartwright, Scott Williams, and Horace Grant, who's underrated. But outside of that,
As
you did
in
not
hell,
have
Horace
much
Grant is
help for
extremely
Jordan, and that
underrated.
team was not a dominant super team.
I just said that.
Now,
to
when
say
talking
that,
about these
to be
second
honest.
three-peat Bulls, they did add Dennis Rodman,
I
but
don't even
still
know
they
who
were
that
not a
is.
super team. And Rodman at this time was still a great defender, but he was not in his absolute prime. His prime's on the
Pippen,
Detroit
Rodman,
Pistons, not
and
on the
Jordan. And
Chicago
you just
Bulls.
talking about, well, he
And
wasn't
this
in
Bulls
his
team
prime
also,
yet.
once again, had Scottie Pippen, but this time Pippen was older, and he dealt with a lot of injuries during the
Look
second
at that, bro.
three-peat.
See, now
You had
you're making
Ron Harper, who's a
excuses.
solid defender.
Now you're like, but
Steve
he was
Kerr, a
older
solid
here.
shooter.
And then before
You had
that,
Tony
you were like,
Kukoc
but he
off
was
the
younger
bench, a
here.
great
Shut up.
sixth man.
I'm not
They
trying to
had
hear
Luke
that. That's
Longley, a
biased.
solid big man. And that Bulls three-peat team was undoubtedly a great team, but they were not a super team. And Michael Jordan, he never played on a super team, and he never joined a super team. Now at reason number 4,
And that
we
makes
have
him the
fact
best
that Jordan
ever?
is the most clutch player
That doesn't
in NBA history.
make sense.
And if you go through all the film, you can find numerous times
He's not the
Jordan
clutchest.
hits clutch game-winning
He's not,
shots.
because LeBron has the most
And if you want to look
playoff
at the NBA Finals, Jordan has some
tying
iconic
and
moments.
go-ahead buckets.
Of course, in '98,
If I
he had the
remember
amazing
that
shot,
correctly.
and that
To do what? Let me know. LeBron got the most playoff and tying go-ahead buckets, whatever. To do what? Because his finals appearance, his finals wins don't match that. It don't matter. You gotta think about the magnitude of the shot. That's part of being clutch, bro. He can have all these most time, most do this, most do that. To do what? Come on, bro.
entire amazing sequence on the stretch.
But then again, there is the argument that LeBron played longer than Jordan, but y'all can't be using that against LeBron. Like, he's supposed to be like, oh, Jordan only played this many years, let me just...
No, I didn't use that. We don't need to. Because he didn't do nothing with those. Like, we don't care, bruh. Like, nobody cares about that. His most time, most this, that. He don't even got as many finals wins. So he didn't tie when it really mattered. Or he didn't go ahead bucket when it mattered.
Play this many years.
In the 91
Nah,
finals,
that's just not
hit
fair. If you can
big
play
Not-
until
not
you're 50,
enough.
play until you're 50, and of course you're going to break every
In
record.
92, hit the
At least not enough.
I ain't hear
free
nothing this
throws.
clown
They gave
just
the
said.
Bulls their second
Sorry, he's not a
championship.
clown.
In 93, he had numerous
upset.
clutch plays on the stretch.
Check
He
it.
had all but 2 of the Bulls' points in that fourth quarter.
All but
that
2 of the
there
points?
is just watching
That's
the
impressive.
games and seeing how good Jordan was. But if you want the actual stats
Bah.
of how clutch Jordan was, I'm going to show you right now. And unfortunately, these stats only go back to 97.
Every time I do
We
the
don't
GOAT
have
voice,
data
my
for
throat
Jordan's
itches, bro.
prime. But
Pause.
just looking at Jordan's stats in the clutch,
It's
and
crazy.
his fourth quarter stats in the 97, as well as the 98 playoffs, here is what you get. Jordan, for both these runs, keep in mind, both these runs, was first
Snap.
in fourth quarter points per game, first in fourth quarter total points, first in fourth quarter finals points per game, first in fourth quarter total finals points,
His clutch points went up in 98, though.
first in clutch points per game, which would last 5 minutes of game with a score within 5
So?
points. He was first in total clutch
said
points,
so.
and he was also first in total clutch time points.
There wasn't
in the
that many
finals.
clutch people
And keep in
back
mind,
then.
That is
Word?
for both. '98 as well as the '97.
I don't know. I just be
playoff
talking.
run.
Don't
No
pay
other
what I
player
say
in
too
history
much mind.
was first
I know,
in those
bruh.
categories
That's why I
for a
didn't say nothing
single
bad.
playoff run besides Michael Jordan, and he did that twice back to back. So if you want to go the stat route on who's the most clutch, that right there is some damning evidence.
No,
Now,
it's not.
another thing I want to look at is how Jordan performs in the big-time games. In Game 7's Jordan for his career only went to 3, but in those
Let's talk
games,
about when he got
averaged
bounced out in the
34,
first round.
7.
Yo.
In the elimination games, Jordan
Yo. Why y'all be so quick to like, yes, bruh? Everybody got their faults. Everybody got their blemishes, but he ain't got no big stain on his resume though, like Brian. Not like Brian, not like Les Stain, Les Swept, Les Choke. He has so many nicknames, bro. I can keep going at it, but you get it.
averaged 31, 8, and 7. Once again, very good. And the final game of a series, whether that be a Game 5 in the
Except
first
LeBron,
round or Game 7,
18
Jordan
seasons
averaged
for that
37
to
points per
happen.
game, 7.2 boards, and 6.6 assists. So Jordan definitely showed up in the big-time clutch games. Now, at reason number 3, we have the fact that Jordan is the most influential player in NBA history.
Facts.
And entering the league, Jordan was drafted in '84, and that was with Magic and Bird still in the league. And after they retired, he took the torch.
Actually, I don't really know, cause I done heard about Bill Russell, and I feel like his impact is greater than what I think it was. I'm underestimating it just because I haven't looked into it. So I wouldn't just say that, to be honest, because I have no clue. Come thinking about it, he won as a coach and a player, and he was dealing with racism, I'm pretty sure, back then, right? Was he like an activist in some way? So he probably... But at the same time, Jordan did have a lot of more fans watching basketball in general, so it really just depends. I gotta look into Bill Russell. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, because like I said, I don't know, but...
He became the face of the NBA.
I'll
And
give
with
it to
Jordan
him.
being the face of the league, he took the
I was
game
gonna say, I would
below
say
the
Kobe
19
just because
Olympics.
most
He was the
people,
most famous American athlete.
they
at the
shoot
time.
and say
And
Kobe,
he
but Kobe got
revolutionized
everything
what it
from
meant
Jordan,
to be
so
an athlete.
Nah, but that shooting and saying Kobe is so Hall of Fame. Like, I was thinking about it, like, every legend or very, like, most of the players have some signature, they have some influential thing about them. Like, in each, like, era. Like, you had Jordan, you had AI, you had doing stuff with the cross, you had Kobe, he got the Kobe thing. People like, Kobe, like, no, something that people want to copy or mimic that's, like, popular, that player has. And then you got Curry, the deep threes. I don't know what LeBron has for that.
had to
On
originate
off the
somewhere.
court, with endorsement as well as shooting.
But if we're talking about
And Jordan, he really
influential
was the first
outside the
global
court,
NBA
it's definitely
star
LeBron
who
James.
was known
And
worldwide.
even y'all Jordan
And
fans
the
can't
NBA
argue
today would not
beyond
be the
that.
same.
Bro, you can't even understand the impact that Jordan has if you don't understand that people across the whole world knew who Jordan was, bro, with no social media. No social media. So you know what that means? That means that back then there's probably less channels, there's probably less things you could watch. So that means more people are probably tuned into him than how it is now. There's way more options. And if they know Jordan worldwide and social media is not that big, imagine how popular he really is, basically, from just that. A lot of people have to know him, bro. Like, he was going out, doing the Dream Team. I seen the doc, he'll be out, and then there'll be players in the Dream Team that's not even known, but like Jordan, Charles, they know him. So, don't even do that, bro. You don't even understand. Like, Jordan had his own cologne, I found out. How I found out Jordan had his own cologne, bro. Then Jordan got the best shoes too. He knew what he was doing. He's in commercials. Like, don't even do it, bro. Don't even do it. He don't even got a social media right now, but he still just got, like, he's just aura farming with that. Like, he knows what he's doing, bro. Jordan's Hall of Fame with that. Like, LeBron knows business stuff too, but Jordan's on another level for sure. I think, like, they're both up there, but Jordan, he knows what he's doing. For sure.
On the
If it was
court,
not for Michael
most
Jordan,
influential would
having
have to
a
be
huge influence on the
Jordan, but
international
off the
basketball
court,
culture.
most influential
And
is
I think
LeBron
one
by
thing that
far.
Jordan had to make up for the gambling.
had an
By
underrated
far.
impact in.
Gotta get that
Y'all
bread.
deny that in the comments, and y'all are just
You
wrong.
don't need a big
Y'all are
man
just
to win a
wrong.
championship. Prior to Jordan winning 6 championships,
So for me, watching this stuff and looking back at this for basketball, I feel like I can apply this to other things in life. And I've realized nothing I see nowadays is original. That is something that I came to realization, and I feel like a lot of people that are young don't realize that. Nothing is original. Like, I hear OGs say it all the time. You hear your dad say it, you hear your parents say it, your mom say it, like, or friends, or people you know that's older. But when you really think about it, they're right. Like, there's nothing, like, everything started somewhere. Like, we could think we came up with something and somebody be like, man, we was doing that back in '05, back in 90, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So, like, everybody thinking LeBron is just the most popular ever, just this and that. Bro, they just doing it just because this is the current era we're in now, bro. Like, that's why you're thinking like that. Like, I was thinking like I was just seeing Chiefs are 5-5. And they was comparing Mahomes to Brady. And I was thinking to myself, bro, propaganda with the sports is so crazy. Like, they be going hard at it.
It was common knowledge you need a dominant big man to win. You need a guy like Wilt, Moses, Bill Russell, Kareem, Hakeem. You need a dominant big man to win championships.
And I brought out that Mahomes thing because Mahomes has not been good enough for long enough, I feel like, to be compared to Brady. And he lost to Brady. Like, you know what I mean? So, they just do everything so quick.
And Jordan, he changed that, and he revolutionized what it meant to be a score-first guard. And he had a huge impact on guys like Kobe, Vince Carter, T-Mac, Allen Iverson, all guys who would go and influence future generations. So I think Jordan, being the most influential player of all time,
I've never even
only
watched
contributes
Allen Iverson
to his case as
highlights.
the GOAT. Now, at
Nah, I
number
feel you,
two,
though.
why Jordan is the
I
GOAT
feel you.
is because he has so many iconic and memorable moments.
You should have
I'm
flipped
gonna
these
name a
around.
couple,
You should have had
but there's
this like
just tons and tons
9
of
or
iconic
10.
games
Your points are
as
getting
well
more
as iconic
trash.
moments. The first one I can think of is game winner in the national championship at UNC when he was a freshman. And that was kind of the start of Jordan becoming a superstar, not only in college, but also for NBA fans. The 8-8 slam dunk contest is also iconic.
Chicken.
He had the free throw line dunk that won the contest for Dominique. He had the 55-point game, the double nickel in Madison Square Garden, only a few games after his comeback. He has the playoff record, 63 points versus the Boston
Is that Bird?
Celtics, the most ever in NBA history, and he did that against 5 Hall of Famers.
Gotta watch
He has the
Larry
shrug
Bird
game in the
stuff.
finals, where he had 6 threes
He
in the
looks
first half,
trash.
including a record 35 first half points.
Oscar Robinson.
He had the game in 91 where he switched hands in midair for absolutely no reason, just
No
another
reason.
iconic moment for Michael Jordan. And the last 3 iconic Jordan moments that really stick out to me are the flu game in 97, when the Bulls were down 16 points, but Jordan would find a way to score 38 points, including a clutch three-pointer that would give the Bulls a Game 5 victory. And of course, you have the shot over Craig Elo, one of the most iconic moments in sports history. He fakes right, goes left, hangs in the air, holds
That's
his
great.
pose, shoots it, nothing but net,
Chicken.
fist pumps at the end. Just an iconic and extraordinary moment.
Go home,
But the
Cleveland.
most iconic moment in Jordan's
Looked like he
career,
was
and
knocking the
possibly
ghost
in
head
NBA
off.
history, and is definitely up there for sports history, is Jordan's last shot as a Bull in Game 6 of the 98 Finals. And everyone knows this
And y'all be
shot
trying to act like
drives
his
right,
Wizards years
pulls
don't
back,
count.
and hits nothing
Yeah,
but
it
net,
counts.
and gives the Bulls their 6th
It 100%
championship.
counts.
Just another iconic
Bruh.
moment for the GOAT.
Hey, that's funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because y'all do be in the comments bringing that up, like how Jordan Wizards years didn't count, that his points per game would be higher and his stats would be higher. I feel y'all, but we let's be real though. We know it has to count though. We all know this. I know y'all know that too. Y'all just bring it up. But don't worry, bruh. Bron's stats gonna drop too as he keeps playing at this long age of his. So don't worry, bruh. LeBron be right there. Y'all be using the same excuse.
Michael Jordan. Now, the last reason I have of why Michael Jordan
We're talking about
is
add some
the
lies
greatest
to
player
it.
of all time
Highest peak of
is
all
the fact that
time.
he has the highest peak in NBA history from 1987 to 1993.
No.
And during this stretch, Jordan
Boy,
was the most
LeBron had-
athletic
what?
player in
Stop
the
it.
NBA. Could
Stop
dunk
it.
on
Bruh.
anybody,
I'm not even
had
listening to
great
that.
handles,
Nope.
great shooting.
I'm not even listening.
Bro, LeBron can't have the highest peak ever if he hasn't even had to own like a dynasty or nothing. Like, he hasn't won with his peak, bro. He just gets stats. Like, it's really about winning for real, bro. And it's about winning and how much you put forth into that winning, I feel like. Like, I don't understand. I give him a pass though, bro, because you know he already changed his ways. It's just one of his videos, but Legacy TV. If y'all enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe for more. If y'all also, I got the playlist on the screen. I have a probably it's like might be the 8th or 9th one. So I got it in order. I could binge watch it too if you enjoy this series. It's your boy Tori Sama, and I'm out.